To use an old Chinese saying, which is when drinking water, think about the source.
The Yangtze, I think, occupies a place of almost mythical proportions in the Chinese psyche. It is the lifeblood of China in so many ways.
This whole region of the three great rivers source, where the Yellow River, the Yangtze River, and the Mekong all originate within a few hundred kilometers of each other, is really the heart of a continent. And billions and billions of people depend on the water that flows down from the Tibetan Plateau.
And if you consider that if it's important, proportionally speaking, if it's a very important river for 1/4 of the world's population, I think you better start reckoning about its importance.
I'm a director of CERS. I've been working with Hao Man for a number of years. There had been some talk over the last couple of years about making an expedition this year to coincide with the 20th anniversary of Hao Man's initial explorations here.
So basically 6 months ago we started with a point on a map. Hao Man came and visited.
I mentioned that we're going to go back to the headwaters of the Yangtze. Can we have a closer look at the latest space images?
We looked at the satellite imagery of the area that we're looking for. Hao Man knows exactly the geography of the Kasagong Basin.
I said, hey, I'm going back. Should I just head back to the same place, or are we going to do some measurement around the area?
We identified this supposedly longer tributary. So we identified on the map what that longer tributary was.
And indeed, it was at least 1 kilometer longer than the other side.
So our intent is to follow this stream upstream as far as we can. The satellite will help us guide us exactly where that might be. And at some point, when we get to the top of the source region, we have to use our own judgment to decide, is it the pass, is it the peak, is it next to the peak, where is the water actually flowing from? And that's the intent of our trip.
From what the cars behind told us, we probably rode through a damn shoe someone left behind that got heavy spikes on it. It's not the best place to have a puncture in the mud, in the snow, and at high altitude of 4,500 meters and above. But anyway, that's how expeditions are. We'll just roll with the punches and move on after we change the tire.
We had the best view of the house here. Found where we're located. We've plotted ourselves on the map. The source region is right about here. The original source, the source we're exploring, is down this direction. So from this distance here is about 20 kilometers.
So right now, where are we?
We went a little further than we expected to out here. We backtracked to about this point here, where we're camped tonight. So now, as the crow flies, from here to here, our final destination is about 20-25 kilometers, it looks.
One of the things that I've been working on has been some experiments with the nomads to test their eyesight and to see what problems they have with their eyes. And we have brought with us some adjustable spectacles, which were invented by a professor at Oxford University, Dr. Silver. And these we can really, right here on the ground, have local people come up to us, test their eyes, and then prescribe the glasses for them right on the spot. In the course of doing these eye testing sorts of exercises, we've also been able to gather a good deal of information about nomadic life and lifestyles and how things are changing out here on the plateau. So that interviewing process has been very interesting for me.
The Yangtze River source is not recognized by the local people. They know this river as the Damchi, not as the Yangtze. It's an important river. There are also some sacred sites here. In fact, the source is somewhere up among the 18 Brother Mountains. We've just heard this story. Very interesting. There are 18 brothers, and their mother is a lake that's nearby. Their father is a mountain that's next to the lake. So this is a sacred site, as so many sites are for the Tibetans. And because of that, the landscape here has a very special meaning for them as well.